everyone, welcome back to my side of the internet. I am that lady that is so passionate to see you grow. So today we're talking about something I find educative, interesting and very timely. This channel will talk about purpose, talk about career, talk about leadership, talk about growth, we'll talk about personal development and life in general with God at the center of it all. So today I'm very excited. You know why? I'll be having a guest on my channel, and he's a man of God, he's an educationist, and he's a purpose and leadership coach. I'm really excited today to introduce him. I'm not mentioning his name yet, so when I come back you get to meet my guest. Thank you. Welcome back everyone, back to the show. So today I'm really excited because I have with me Pastor Akinrinlola, the lead pastor of Beam of Glory International. Pastor Raf, good morning sir.
Good morning.
Welcome sir.
Thank you.
I'm really grateful for this opportunity sir. I really do not take it for granted because I know what it takes to have you on my show.
It's my pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
And I'm such a big fan, by the way. I see your posts on Facebook, I see your Twitter. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. And then I thought I have to bring you on this show because we have a lot of young people who have problems with different questions pertaining to purpose.
Yeah.
So I thought this would be a platform to answer those questions. And then recently I was going through your work and I came across this quote that you posted that we will not wait until the conditions are perfect. But our action of starting makes the condition perfect.
Yeah.
Can you make an elaborate explanation on this quote?
Okay, so well, thank you for bringing me up here. I also did not take this privilege for granted. I'm also a huge fan. I've been following what you do on this channel.
Thank you, sir.
I'm glad you are making impact, and I encourage that you keep striving towards excellence and keep pushing. Where the condition was not perfect when you started, was it?
No, it wasn't.
So, and you can tell me that if you compare your present level to where you started from, you realize that things are getting better. That is what progress does. Now, I'm going to take a scripture now, Ecclesiastes chapter 11 from verse 4 to 6. Now it reads, "He who observes the wind will not sow, and he who regards the cloud will not reap. As you do not know the day the Spirit comes to the bones in the womb of a woman with child, so you do not know the work of God, who makes everything. In the morning sow your seed, and at evening withhold not your hand, for you do not know which will prosper, this or that, whether both alike will be good." Right, you see, the most important race we run is the race of becoming. You know, we don't live to just live, we live to become. So, and as we set ourselves on the path of becoming whatever God has inspired us to do, becoming what He wants us to become, we will always realize that the most important thing is not running the race, it is initiating the race. Yeah, starting the race. You know, starting force is always greater than the force that you need to maintain. Okay, let me give this illustration in chemistry.
Okay, sir.
You see, in chemistry we talk about something we call activation energy. So before reaction can take place, there must be collision. So it is not every collision that is effective. Some collisions lead to the generation of energy that you use to initiate reaction. So when we introduce catalyst, what catalyst does is to reduce energy barrier. So that means there are some forces that you need to overcome for the reaction to take place.
Okay.
So when the collision is happening, it's trying to generate energy that is big enough to overcome or to activate. So what I'm trying to explain here is that when energy barrier is high, then and the energy you are generating is not enough to overcome that barrier, the action is not going to take place. So we introduce catalyst so that the energy barrier can be lowered. So when the energy barrier is lowered, you realize the reaction will take place. So there will always be energy barrier when we want to start anything. For example, you consider your fear. You have a lot of things. Should I start? Will people accept me? Will I be patronized? Do I even have what it takes to commit myself to it? Okay, do you know some of us, we even fear success? What if we are doing it, everybody know us? Do I have what it takes to maintain that fame? A lot of things. So by the time you start putting all those things into consideration, they are hindrances to your activation. So if you are able to overcome that, you have been able to initiate. And after the first one, let's use you as example. When you did your first video, when you made your first video, how did you feel?
It was hard to start. It was very, very hard. I did the first video, but I didn't post it. I did not post it. I sent it to some persons and they gave me different, and for like a week or two, I didn't want to do it again. I just stopped. I didn't want to make any videos again, but then I didn't know. I just wanted to just do something. So
because you felt it was not perfect.
Yes. So
or what was your reason?
I felt the first video I didn't post. People gave me different reasons why I should not post it because it was not okay. But then I just felt if I keep waiting for the day I will be perfect before starting, it will take me a lot of.
It's going to take you eternity. It's going to take you eternity. So that's exactly what we are talking about here. So, and the only way to overcome that fear is to just start. That's the only way to overcome it, And the earlier you come to realize that conditions will never be perfect, the better for us in the journey of purpose.
Conditions will never be perfect.
They will never be perfect. The only thing we also try to do when we know conditions will not be perfect is ensuring that we are just timely.
That we are just timely.
That we are timely, yeah. And when we talk about timeliness, timeliness in the race of destiny is not about how fast you are. It is not about how slow you are. When we are talking about how fast you are or how slow you are, that means we have a standard that we are comparing your movement with. So timeliness is not in comparison, but timeliness is being aligned with God's purpose for your life per time. So let's check Ecclesiastes 9. Let's check Ecclesiastes 9 in verse 11. Okay, again, I saw that under the sun the race is not to the swift, the battle to the strong, and bread to the wise, nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge, but time and chance happen to them all. Something I understand by this scripture is success is not by prowesses.
Success is not by.
Yeah, it's not by prowess, it's not by competence alone. Okay, just imagine, can we take that scripture again? And I saw that under the sun, the race is not for the swift. Someone may decide not to participate in a race because he felt it's not swift enough.
Because it is not fast enough.
Yeah, because it's not fast enough, and start working on his swiftness. And when he has gotten the whole of the swiftness he believes they are good enough for the race, he started running, and he still ended up realizing that he did not come top of in the race. So it means the competence is not the only thing that makes man to emerge as winners. It's so obvious here. He also says the battle to the strong. It means what you need in order to engage in battle is strength. So after you have gotten the whole of the strength in the world, you still don't come top in the battle. So he's saying that there are wise men that don't have access to bread, intelligent men who don't have access to riches, and favor not coming to people who are knowledgeable, but time and chance happen to them all. So what am I trying to bring out here? You see, God is timely. He is the one that has, he is the controller of time. So it's not limited by it, but he controls it. He has every season. He has power over every season. So the season that God is inspiring you to do something might be the right time to do it. So, when God is instructing you about an assignment, about a task, the most important thing you must have is ensuring that your obedience is timely. So the smartness here is you have been inspired, obey God.
Okay, obeying God.
Yeah, and this obedience may not be immediate launch out. It may just be that you immediately begin to actively work towards what God has inspired you to do. And you see, when you are ready and God is also ready, conditions may not be perfect, but if you launch out, you can't regret it. So with all the reactions you got from your first video so far, do you have any regret that you started?
No, I don't.
Are you happy you started?
Yeah, I'm happy.
So in the quotes you said, I posted, we will not wait until the conditions are perfect before we begin. Our action of starting makes the condition perfect. So
excuse me, sir, before you continue, can I say something? This quote actually was the reason I posted my first video. Because I was in the middle of waiting, okay, I have to get a tripod stand, I have to get a ring light, I have to get a big camera. But then when I saw the quote that day, it's kind of made me want to do something, and that was why I posted the first video. And I remember that the first time I posted the video, I sent it to you, to be the first person to view the video and comment. So I can say that you are really a blessing to Akinrinlola, because this quote alone, like, I don't even know what to say. So continue what I'm saying, sir.
All right. So well, that's part of the reasons why we don't just wait. Just imagine I was waiting to have a graphics designer who is going to design that quote before I post it. It might not come to you that exact time that you needed it. So it is our action of starting that makes the condition perfect. And this is just telling us that we learn through process. We learn through process. In fact, there are you see, if there is any process that we want to engage in and the process does not allow us to make mistake, I don't think that is coming with freedom. You see, true freedom comes with liberty to commit errors.
True freedom comes with liberty to
commit errors. So whatever we are doing, we should not be too scared of making mistakes. What's going to be the aftermath of not being perfect with what I am doing? Just know that you are not going to be perfect one day. You learn through the process. You learn through the process. So when the mistake you made yesterday, you don't want to repeat it again today. So, and as you are able to rise above that mistake, you are growing. So mistake is part of the process. It's part of the process. It is practice that makes perfect. And one of the things that will inspire you to keep moving is the fact that you have no idea of how many people you are blessing. You have no idea of how many people you are blessing. You cannot just quantify your impact by the amount of the feedback you are getting. We know for many reasons people are not giving feedbacks. In fact, what you just said today, I'm hearing it for the first time. So that is how it works. So you don't know how many people you are blessing. So let's keep pushing.
So everyone, this session is, I don't even know what to say. It's interesting and it is very, very educative, like I said in the beginning. And thank you, sir, Pastor Ralph. Thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure.
I really, really appreciate it. I do not take it for granted, seriously. So everyone, I hope you learned something from this video, and if you like something, I want to see your comment in the comment box. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So we'll see you next time. Bye bye.